So Q4 has started the last 3 months of this year. So usually the wildest months with the most opportunities. So I'm excited to travel it the next 3 months with everyone watching this. So what we got? We have the market is hot. We have seen some crazy moves to the upside. Well, we had the monthly close. It's now the 2nd of October. Here we opened. So last weekend we had that impulsive move up, and then on the monthly close we started to see some aggressive buying, in which we have now taken out this liquidity point. Here we swept the range highs. Then from there we started the downtrend. So this was like the most buy side liquidity, and above here we have only a big imbalance. So if we can get above these levels, this is like free air till the range high. So it's gonna be fun to see what happens. However, since we had this massive move from the range lows, right now we swept important liquidity. So this is one of the areas where you can look for reversal signs, simply because this is all the liquidity that there was. So if the market makers wanted to grab that liquidity, then they did it here. So locally, I'm looking for potential hedge shorts. Right now, structure is very strong, but we can like draw a local range here and then see if in the next few days we potentially create like a distribution and then look for local shorts. That's what I'm doing. Right now it still looks pretty strong. There is no market structure to confirm any breaker structure locally, so this looks pretty strong. But during New York, maybe if we sweep the highs, create strong highs, something like that would open the door for me for some hedge shorts, because I'm obviously not interested in longing anything around here. So looking for scalp shorts, and then overall very bullish. I'm looking for longs on any retraces, but typical Bitcoin price action is that if once it starts going, it doesn't give the obvious retraces, and that's what we see once again. Right here we have some obvious demand levels. We have the monthly open just under 114k. Since then we have some demand levels, imbalances, and here we have like a lot of liquidity. So the risk is that once price starts to reverse from here, so let's say we get a little distribution and we start closing below this local range, that you have a quick reversal. And then these levels are where I'm super interested in swing longs, because that's where probably a lot of people get stopped out of their long positions, and that's where I think swing longs make a lot of sense. And then the first level I'm majorly looking at is that right here, where we have that imbalance, a big SR level, and a start of the liquidity trail. So that's where I have some alerts. And for the higher time frame picture, I've marked out the monthly open right here. Then I want to quickly show that with some statistics, because here we have we've created the monthly open very early. Like we opened the current monthly low is on October 1st, 00.00. So literally on the first minute is the low, and that's also caused us to have no monthly wick to the downside. And the market doesn't like wickless candles. It almost always clears them, and especially on high time frame candles, like on monthly. So that we started to push right from the monthly open, it's like locally it's nice for some upside, but for the bigger picture, it's not too good to leave that monthly open like this. So this is a big draw on liquidity where eventually it will get cleared. I'm pretty sure of that. So that's also why I'm looking for potential shorts. I don't think we will clear it this week, maybe next week or something. So often what we see is that we have strong uptrends. We continue to move up throughout the week. And then on Sunday in the weekend, we get manipulation and then get maybe like the bearish week, clear that monthly open, and then continue higher. Because don't get me wrong, I like to get that monthly open get fixed. But for this week, if we just look at like my main trading pairs and look at the weekly, and we can see that the bias for all of them is bullish. They have a very low flip risk, so that means what is the chance that we flip the current weekly low? If we look at time statistics, it's super low, so very unlikely to take out that weekly low, while the P2s later. So how probable is it that we form new weekly highs later as the current weekly highs? And then we see that's all around 80%, so that's a good probability to make new weekly highs. If we look at distance, we can also see what is the flip risk. Well, like here 16, 13, yeah, ENA is kind of its own, but all around 20%. So that's also a very low probability to take out the weekly low. But more important is, like, a lot of coins have pumped. It's like a lot of coins are pretty high. So people think, okay, this, I'm not gonna long it, and I will not long it right here, of course. But let's say you get a dip. How high, or what is the probability that we will make new highs? Well, that's where statistics come in very handy, because here we can see P2s further on the weekly time frame. How likely is it that price will make a bigger distance compared to the current distance price has made? Looking, for example, on Bitcoin, 75% of the bullish weeks would make a bigger bullish displacement. So that's pretty nice already to know for Bitcoin. But like on other altcoins, like here on Sol, SUI, XRP, ETH, Hype, it's all around 90%. So there's a 90% of the bullish weeks would make a bigger bullish displacement as the current weekly candles. So that's like a great confluence. Like for example on Sol, what is it on Sol? Here almost 91% of the bullish weeks see a bigger bullish displacement. So then we can zoom out. I've marked out some levels, monthly open, weekly P1. So here we can see, let's zoom in a bit. What is our weekly P1? So this is our weekly P1. That's a very low chance to be taken out. So we know this weekly P1 is super strong. So any dips towards that level are buying opportunities. And then we can know, like, so 91% probability to make bigger weekly highs based on distance, and on timing, 80%, 81% chance to make a new high later than current high, which is put on Thursday. So this tells me, like, the chance that we will make new highs is very likely. So am I gonna long it right here? No, of course not. I'm gonna look for dips. So also here we have a bit of a questionable structure, because I would love to see a dip into this level, although I'm not sure we get it. But locally we have created sell side liquidity here, so which makes it vulnerable that once we break local structure, say we do that, break structure, then it can be quite a quick move down to sweep all the sell side liquidity. So yeah, I'm locally not too interested to enter any longs in this region. What I would prefer, not sure we will get it, is that we maybe make a new high, get a quick flush lower, and then these levels right here are of massive interest to get into longs. Of course, will it happen? I don't know, but if we get it, we know that longs have a very high probability, because this weekly P1 super strong, this high is weak, so the chance that we will make new highs is very, very high. Then the only question is, how deep will the dip be? Is it worth it? So that's something to look at. And then if we look at, for example, Sol, yeah, we have strong supply, so maybe if we get into here, this is a level where you can also see that statistics will show you it's not very likely to make a much bigger movement. So then this is where you can look for potential hedge shorts to then maybe target that also that monthly open fix, and then look for reversals. So that's a bit of the game plan I have for most coins. Like ETH, we had that huge range high, range low, deviated the range low, and then aggressively started to push up. Also on ETH, yeah, it did not give any good entry opportunities to get in if you wasn't in already from here. So my main levels of interest here are similar to Bitcoin and ETH. Solana are basically this Monday's high level right below here, because here we have a big imbalance, sell side liquidity below. So I'm also here looking for potential scalp shorts from here to take them at least towards this sell side liquidity into the FEG, and then see if we can get some longs from here, maybe into a weekend pump, and then look for reversals again. And that's on most coins. I really like the structure on these things. I think we can maybe push a bit higher, but overall looking for reversals from here, and then basically this whole box is a level to look for higher lows, in my opinion. So let's check some other coins. Basically all the same, like SUI, also super strong. Very interested in longs, but obviously not in this area. This is where I'm looking for shorts actually, and then shorts into longs later. Like that's often how it goes. Basically the same for all my main pairs, but they all have the same picture where they have a super strong weekly P1, relatively weak highs, but also on Doge the structure is, you cannot like here you have some local demand right there, so you can look for a dip into there, but between those levels here you have like easy to sweep liquidity, and the same is right here. So it is vulnerable that maybe you push into here, but that's where I'm also gonna look for shorts, break structure, look for shorts, and then look to ride them into here, and then look for longs again. Just playing it level to level, because like if we go for that monthly low on BTC next week or something, this week is still very bullish, low chance to take out the weekly P1, although weekly P1 is lower than the monthly open. But I think next few months are full of opportunities, so I'm looking just to play it both ways, shorts, higher lows, longs, and then eventually I expect new all-time highs on BTC alongside with some nice movement on altcoins. So I just want to share this quick update. At least I hope it's quick, because probably I'm talking too much again. But overall bias for the week is bullish. For the daily, I would not advise to get into heavy longs here. I think many coins are at their resistance levels, so you can actually look for potential scalp shorts to ride these scalp shorts into longs later. So use them as hedges for potential longs later on. Let's think quick talk about the mastermind. Here is where I share all the insights with the statistics. Also, don't forget about the deal for brighter data, 50% off. Call with Trader Yip. Amazing deal. The statistics are a main part of my strategy, of my trading strategy. So also in this group, it's free to join. You see all the statistics, charts to watch. All my updates. Also have a group with the people that are in it, where you can see we have conversations. We have the master scalper Sean, who scalps the market all day long. So just wanted to give a little promotion. But overall, thanks for watching. Q4 is ahead of us, or we're already in it, and it's full of opportunities. So I can't wait to make the best of it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy trading.